So Charlotte is asking, is this a shove for 4 big blinds effective? We're in the small blind. He's got 1,600 behind. It's 200, 400 blinds. So it's this 4 effective big blind shove, blind versus blind. How do we think about these? How do we approach these? Well, the most basic thing, the simplest possible thing that can help you right here, right now is this. Shove everything. That's it. It's really, really easy. And all this like math and all that crazy stuff, is it plus AV, is it not? All that stuff will just work itself out, okay? You can shove everything here. Now, let's say that you really did have 3-2. I know we have King 9 in this actual hand. King 9 is like, it's King 9. That's really easy to shove. I hope we all do. I'm pretty sure we all do. But, what about if you really did have like the worst of the worst, the 3-2 and the 7-2? And let's be honest, we're not keeping secrets here. Sometimes I fold. Even though I say shove ATC, but, sometimes I do fold that. But when you're improving as a player, I would recommend shoving it, because I've played enough and I've coached enough by now to where I know that, I can shove 7-2. But the hardest thing about it is the first time you ever do it. So if you're the type of player who's never actually shoved 3-2 here, you got to do it at least once, because you have to experience that feeling of being uncomfortable and being like, oh man, I got this hand, and this is not a good hand, and I'm going to shove, but it feels so weird. And you want to experience that, because the moment you do, then you're going to have a hand here like 7-5 offsuit. And you're going to be like, 7-5. I shoved 3-2 already. 7-5 is easy. And so by shoving 3-2, you go through this emotional growth where then all of a sudden what once were bad hands like 7-5 don't feel bad anymore. And so I think overall you should shove 100% of your hands here. You want to get a feel for it. Now, okay, ultimately, let's pretend that you've done this a while, it's a year down the line, you're very comfortable, and now you reach this hand again. Now when you really have 3-2, then you can do, sometimes I would do this. I don't like to fold because I just don't like giving free stuff, to the big blind. But try limping. Limping and stabbing a flop, I think, is an alternative for a bad hand. But when you're in like beginner mode and you're just going through learning, just get through the process of shoving that, because you just want to have emotional growth. And that's the light bulb moment here, because the more you can improve and the more you can feel confident in yourself, the easier it is to grow and succeed as a poker player. And that's all there is to it. 2 minutes, 45 seconds, and you're better for life. See ya.